persistence is bringing you closer to those blessings that are already available for you. You see, abundance is always there for us. It's just about the amount of resistance that we have towards it. And a lot of the time, resistance stems from uncertainty and fear. But you guys have been doing the damn thing, and you guys have been doing it afraid. You guys have been doing it uncertain. You guys have been doing it when no one was looking, and no one was supporting, and no one was clapping for you. And like I said, because of this, you guys have unlocked a different level of abundance, or really a different timeline. And this timeline is opening those doors for you to actually be able to materially, financially, and physically receive those blessings for yourself. And it's also really, really important for you to covet your ideas right now. Be very stingy with what you share, what you say, and who you let in on your plans. Because it's not that other people can directly influence your energies, but people can directly influence your emotions. And we want to make sure that you keep on staying in the mindset that you've been staying in, and you don't let anybody else's doubts or fears get in the way of your determination, your ambition, and your vision for yourself. Because that is the only way that anybody can directly influence anything in your life, is by getting into your emotional field, because then you do all the undoing for them. No one's ever putting a hand in your energy. No one can ever materialize or unmaterialize or fuck up anything for you. It's always you doing that for yourself. And if it is influenced by them, it's because they got in your emotional field. And we don't have any emotion cards right here. I think even the back of the deck is not. Yeah, the back of the deck is the Hermit. Literally, we need to be so protective of our energy right now, not because people around us are bad or have bad intentions, but because our energy is so sensitive, right? My shit got cut off, but it's not because anybody has bad intentions. It's because our energy is so very sensitive right now. When we have just went through, especially like in like a Scorpio season like we're in right now, we have just freshly shed that skin. We have just newly emerged in this timeline that we're walking in right now. And the difference between one timeline and the next can simply be a way of being. Could be, you know, I decide that I'm gonna wake up at 7 a.m. now. You know, it could be, you know, I decide that I'm gonna put up more boundaries. It could be, I decide that I'm gonna love myself and choose myself, and you know, whatever it is. Like, one little decision can shift you into a completely different timeline, because it completely changes the trajectory of everything, really. So it's about minute decisions right now that add up to the big payoffs, okay? So we want to treat our new energy like it's a newborn baby. We want to keep it in, we want to covet it, we want to protect it. We don't want all eyes on it right now. And if you guys are struggling, maybe you're a content creator, maybe you're a performer, a singer, an entertainer, whatever the hell, you guys might be in the energy where you want all eyes on you, but you're not getting that exposure. And it might be because you're on new footing right now, and really your spirit deeply within needs a little bit more growth in that foundation, needs to stabilize that foundation just a little bit more before the influx of blessings come in. Because there's this energy here of like, when the blessings start, they're gonna continue. They're not gonna stop. This is a flood. This is the beginning. And this is like, so this is the page. Out of all the court cards, the page is the first and the king is the last. So this is like, when I see them coming out together, it's like, this is the spark of something new. It's starting to pour into your life, and this is you drowning in it. Not in a bad way. We have 111 on the clock as I'm saying that. But this is the energy of breaking the dam. This is like, all of your abundance is behind this big ass dam, right? It's the water behind the dam. What happens when that dam, okay, we're gonna say the water behind the dam is all the blessings. The dam itself is your resistance to it. If the dam was to just collapse and all the resistance were to fall away perfectly, like we usually say we want to heal and just get rid of everything, what's going to happen is you're going to be overwhelmed, and not in a good way, by everything. Even if it's positive things, you can still get overwhelmed from positive things. You're going to be so overwhelmed by all the blessings and all the incoming energy that it's going to be too much for you, right? And so what your spirits are saying right now is that you want to take baby steps. You want to protect this energy. You wouldn't expect a newborn baby to come home and start crawling the next day, right? You would give them that time for their development, for their development, right? We wouldn't just force them, like, stand up and walk. Come on, you just opened your eyes. Let's go, you know? And what else do we have to say here? There's this 9 of Wands wanting to come out again. Sorry for my farty chair. I know you guys hear it. Yeah, and then Justice in the reverse. There could still be a little bit of that fear eating at the back of your mind. Like, oh, is this going to work? Is it not going to work? I don't want to keep on putting my time in for no reason. This is just the old residue of the old mental patterns of the last timeline. The, oh no, is it or is it not? Or, you know, the new you in this new timeline. And you'll know if this is for you because this is the mindset that you're either going to be adopting or that you have adopted. The new you is like, well, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll be. That's sort of like the energy of this new you. But the old you is like stuck in like paralysis because they don't know which way to go. I just heard Dora, some of you don't know which way to go, or yeah. And there's also a lot about plans, plan or a routine. Some of you guys need plans. Some of you guys need a routine. Some of you guys need both. It's about structure, little bitty ways that you can find structure in your life. And if you are somebody who is overly structured, maybe it's about finding a little bit of flexibility. It's about doing new things. So whatever side of the spectrum that you end up falling on, maybe try to dip your toes in a little bit of the opposite, right? Yeah, we have the Queen of Swords right here. Ace of Swords again. Yeah, I feel like this is like also, well, there. We're not going to take all that. Hold on. Yeah, like talk about like doing things differently. Like we have one short hair, one long hair, one a lot of color, one a little bit of color. Like, oh, we do have the similarity between the birds. So it's like, this is kind of like the energy of being able to contort yourself or being able to switch things up without changing who you are. This is like being able to fit into multiple different spaces while still being very authentic to yourself, while not taking away from any authenticity. So maybe before, you guys, in order to fit into certain spaces, you would contort some of the ways that you are naturally, and it would feel a little bit inauthentic to you, but it would get you in the places that you needed to be. And that served you for a time, but it was ultimately unfulfilling, and it ultimately just led to you, it just fed into that wound of, I cannot be my authentic self and be accepted. So there's this energy in this new timeline of you recognizing that you can be your authentic self and be accepted. And actually, in fact, you're going to find yourself being accepted a lot more as that authentic version of yourself. And so it's like those doors that you wanted to get in, those tables that you wanted to have a seat at, it's like it's not even the energy of like, oh, you were never supposed to sit there anyways. It's Yeah, you were always supposed to sit at those tables. Yeah, you were always supposed to be in those rooms, but you were supposed to be sitting at those tables and be in those rooms because of who you really are, not because of who you were pretending to be. And this new chapter that you guys are stepping into, if you didn't watch my previous video on your next chapter, that's a pick a card if you like that kind of thing. But in this new chapter for you guys, it's like you guys are really reclaiming what it is and how it is, what it is to be you authentically. And this is bringing that everything that you thought that you were lacking, everything that you thought that you wanted, everything that you were doing so much to attain is going to come naturally because you guys are actually saying, fuck it, I'm just gonna do me, I'm just gonna be me, I'm just gonna show me, I'm gonna show up as me, and if they like me, they like me, if they don't, they don't, you know? So yeah, you guys are shifting you guys are completely shifting the dynamic of what it was to be you and how you show up in the world. And this is unlocking, it's breaking the dam of resistance that has been holding you back from your blessings, but little by little by little, so that you don't get too overwhelmed with the overflow. Because like I said, positive things can still be overwhelming in excess. So this is the energy of your guides and your angels being like, stay positive, stick through, even when no one's clapping, as you have been, and you will very soon see monumental blessings in your physical. All right, I am Mira, and that is your reading, and I love you guys, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Toodles.